just some happy thoughts to all the women dealing with a enmeshed boy mom this holiday season. I know, you're about to go spend a lot of time with her, and I just want to help you not feel as crazy. And let's get into it with a column of a column. What the hell, Mel? Okay, this is from Dear Karen. Y'all know I appreciate her column. I need to get back to Wendy though. What's Wendy been up to? Oh, I need my own column. Anyway, by the way, join my Patreon. If you like my work. That's where I'm doing all kinds of fun stuff. And that's how you can support my work, even if you can't afford a tier. That's how you keep up with me when the algorithm lets you forget I exist. There's a free tier. Anyway, Dear Carolyn, I'm a widow with an only child. I have spent Christmas with my son and his new wife for the past 3 years. My son recently told me they would be putting me up in a lovely hotel. Okay, these quotes are already screaming passive aggressive. It probably is a lovely hotel. Anyway, I haven't read this in like a week or longer, so I forget what all I was going to say. I'm going to discover a lot of this with y'all. Read, you can't stay with us, is basically what they're saying. Yeah, that's what they're saying. Just trying to be nice about it, you know. I know this is coming from my daughter-in-law, that little bitch, who overreacted to a minor incident. Oh gosh, I forget what the minor incident is, but I swear I can already tell this minor incident is probably not so minor. I don't know, just to guess. Oh, look, Mo's joined us. He still has that eye thing, y'all. I don't think it's an infection. I think it's a brain tumor, but I'll keep you posted. I had found papers in the guest room desk that indicated what... That's what it was. You're snooping! What are you doing? My daughter-in-law, this is what I found out when I was being all Sherlock Holmes, that my daughter-in-law is the recipient of a trust fund. Not your business. She never told me. Exclamation point. It's not your business. Not your business. Oh, I already can tell who is the a-hole in this one. The year before they number two that Nancy Drew found. The year before they married, she was in the hospital for serious illness. She never told me that either. Now, if she didn't tell her husband that, fair, but it's none of your business, lady. Why would she tell you that? I didn't tell my mother-in-law. I didn't give her bank statements. I didn't tell her about my knee surgery in 2004. I didn't tell her a lot of stuff. Didn't tell her as a survivor of all these things. What are you talking about, lady? Oh, look, he's doing the rotisserie chicken. Y'all love that. Look at you both being all playful. The next morning at breakfast, I confront... God. I hope her son went to therapy, because this level of snooping and enmeshment, we need to start calling what it is. This is incestuous. By the way, I'm going to start more about this. You don't have to lay a hand on someone, and it doesn't have to be actual schmegs for it to be incestuous. That's what this is. You are violating this woman's privacy, and by extension, your son's privacy, because you don't have boundaries. Ridiculous. I confronted her about hiding important information from me because I'm entitled to all this info. She was unnecessary. Here we go. There's the gaslighting. Okay. I already like this woman's husband, the lady's son, because it sounds like he set some boundaries with mom. And if you date or marry a man who has a mom like this and he doesn't stand up to mommy, your life is hell. So, one of my mutuals, Nicole, does amazing content on decentering your in-laws, because women have been conditioned to not only center men, but to center their in-laws, like center men's family. So a lot of times women are unnecessarily, especially during the holidays, having to deal with controlling, passive-aggressive, manipulative, enmeshed, sometimes incestuous mother-in-laws, and even having to give up time with their own families to hang out with women who hate them. Partly because some of them are jealous. I swear to God, y'all, some of these moms are jealous that they can't fork their own sons. I swear to God, they would never say that, but they want to date their son. Maybe they don't think about doing, you know what I mean? But they're so in love with their baby boy. I need women to understand that, first of all, best case scenario, you just center men too much. And this is internalized misogyny and patriarchal conditioning, and there is a solution for that. Keep watching my stuff and my mutuals. But if this was a father and a daughter, and the father was doing this, everyone would see it exactly for what it is and be upset by it. But we don't recognize it a lot of times when mothers do this because it's so normalized. But it's usually women who suffer from this most. The son suffers a lot, but his wife is always going to get the all of this stuff that, like, the wife is going to be the target of this woman's pick-me-ism. Anyway, she said she was unnecessarily upset, and I said I was snooping. Means Spade is Spade. I said if you don't want guests to see papers, you shouldn't leave them in the guest room. Lady, you know what? I'm a very curious person. I'm not saying that I would not have had the self-restraint to not read if it was literally on the, if it was right there. I hope that I've been like, I hope that, but I don't know. But you know what I would not do is this. You shouldn't be doing this. This was your mistake, but you get to talk about it. And she's blaming her. Well, you must have wanted me to know all this information, but that's not even it, because she said she should have known this. She's pissed that she didn't tell her. So it's not even about her leaving it out. She's mad she didn't know to begin with. And that comes from entitlement of being a boy mom, because so many boy moms feel the entitlement of men through their sons. The same way when at least I'm married and you're not, like when women say that crap, that's that entitlement of like, I got picked, I'm better than you, blah, blah, blah. And boy moms will do the same crap with their sons. The boy mom shouldn't even exist. Why are you bragging about being the mother of a boy when you usually have daughters too? If your daughters hate you and never talk to you again, that's why. My son sided with her. How dare him? Eventually, that blew over, and we had an okay Christmas. The bitch calmed down. After my son told me that I had to stay in a hotel, my daughter-in-law sent a fake nice email saying she was looking. See, this is called emotional labor. Sending a fake nice email. That's emotional labor. Daughter-in-law knows that you hate her and you're going to be awful to her and that you're probably blaming her. So she's trying to make you feel better, like, hey, we're cool. We don't really want you staying here, but we're cool. And the mother-in-law hates it. Looking forward to seeing it, and was sure I would enjoy the hotel with its festive holiday decorations. God. They are footing the... Oh, they're even paying for it? Oh my God. This lady's making me so mad. I'm sure she can afford it with her little trust fund. I added little because that's what she's saying. Her and her little trust fund. Lady, you need to go to therapy. I feel mistreated. I am furious at my son for taking sides against me. Well, you made him. You put him in that position. You triangulated him. And then her for manipulating my son because she's just a puppet master. Master of puppets. Sorry, that's I don't know where that came from. Metallica, I guess. I listened to that at one point. Manipulating my son and making me stay in a hotel. So it wasn't my son being a big boy, being an adult, putting up his big boy pants like I should want my son to do. Moms like this don't want their sons to grow up. They don't want their sons to be independent and loved and taken care of, because then what's their purpose in life? Her husband's dead, I guess. I think she's a widow, right? This is her only son. You know what? It sounds like this couple is doing a lot to include his mom, to make sure that she feels loved and in community with her family on an important holiday. And then she crossed a serious line and they set a boundary and even paid for it. I would never let this lady stay in my house if I caught her snooping through my stuff. Whether I left it out for Nancy Drew to find or not. How can I get him to stand up to his birthright? Doesn't a widow like me, a poor widow, deserve to stay at her son's home to celebrate Christmas with him, even if I cross every possible boundary that I should have? Come on! Oh my God, I can't stand you, lady. Let's see what Carolyn said. Look, he is like on strike. He's such a French dog. Oh my God, y'all, look how she signed it. There is room at the end, and I'm entitled to it. Oh, Carolyn, look at this. Great, I get to shout this over violins. Ah! Woo! Oh man, hitting Right out of the gate. Oh my God, none of those metaphors made sense. And to hit all the way, you overstepped. I'll need 12 verses and 5. I love Caroline. I love her so much. He took her aside because you snooped. Bang. You opened a desk and read. Okay. Yeah, okay, so I must have missed that. She opened the desk. It's not like they were just left out, and read private things. Then you mistook things as your business that were plainly not, then spun them into personal offense. Then you pounced at breakfast, where a more respectful and forgiving posture after some thought, or better yet, never, would have served you better. You especially. Yeah, like if you just pause and be like, maybe this is not a good idea to mention this. This is why I swear to God, there's so many parents. I'm not, okay, now all boomers, hashtag, anytime I say this about boomers, then I get dragged by some boomers. I know that some are like amazingly evolved and amazing, and I look up to them and whatever. I'm just saying, the generation, I can't tell you how many people, myself included, have struggled with parents who won't deal with what the real problem is. And I know that therapy wasn't as big when they were growing up, but it is now. It's never too late. And so many people I know are really struggling with their parents right now. And by the way, if you have not followed, if you don't follow Adoptee TikTok, they are the ones who really help me understand childism. And the way that parents, I'm not saying they don't still do this, but we're becoming more aware of this. Don't think of their children as equals. Like, we know when your children, obviously, you are struggling with emotional regulation and you're not as wise maybe, and you don't la 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 la. But they're still humans. They deserve respect. But the way that some parents, even when we were in our 30s, 40s, 50s, even 60s, the way our parents talk down to us, like they are the boss and they know better all the time, is ridiculous. And so many people I know are really struggling like this, like to be so condescending and so controlling and so like, I'm always right. Even when you are a grown-ass adult, even when you actually are sometimes even taking care of them, they still will talk down to you this way. This lady needs to deal with that. It's so annoying. Lady, if you just go to therapy, if you literally had anyone other than your son to call you out on your crap, she's gonna lose her family. If she keeps this up, her only son is gonna have to cut her out because she's being wildly inappropriate because of her own fears and her own stuff. And her attitudes. This is part of that hierarchy thinking. Men assume they know more than us and they're better than us. This is part of whiteness. This is part of all of the systems of oppression, right? Whoever is the person with the power thinks they're better, right? And it doesn't matter what you do, they still think they can talk down to you. And parents do this. You know, I hate that parents still do this. One of the most liberating lessons of my life, and I'm still learning it, is that I have so much to learn from people older than me, and people older than me can be wrong. And that I have so much to learn from people younger than me, and people that younger than me can be wrong, and sometimes they lack the historical context. But I've learned a lot from younger people, and that was one of the most liberating lessons of my life, was realizing that women, especially, who are younger than me, can teach me so much, you know? But this kind of thinking of just being older and a parent makes you right and beyond reproach, well, that's why people are cutting off their parents. It's annoying. Oh, Moses in his car now. You can't see him. Then you presume to blame the victim for your lapse in manners and judgment. Exactly. And lest you accuse me of piling on, I'll call this a backhanded credit to do, you forgot the cardinal rule of a child's marriage, that you and he are no longer the primary family unit. They are each other's, meaning your son learned from his parents to support his wife. Oh, like that is a backhanded compliment. She's just like, well, I guess you taught him well that he's supposed to. Caroline, you crack me up. I should say that was after you closed off the options available to him that were better for you. What? Hold on. Had you instead apologized promptly and in full, you might still have the guess. Okay, yeah. Do you know what? They may have forgiven you, but you didn't admit what you did wrong, made it an issue, and now they don't trust you at all because they know that you don't know what you did was wrong or you won't admit it. And so you're going to be a snoop again. I would not trust someone staying in my house with this kind of attitude and who had done this to me. Good for this couple and good for this son. Because a lot of sons, it's so hard to stand up to mommy. And I'm glad that he was smart enough to listen to his wife. I mean, he may have been as offended by it as her. But a lot of times, the sons of moms like this don't see it all. And it takes the wife to be like, hey, this is messed up. The same way, a lot of times, we don't realize how bad our relations or how bad we're being treated in our family of origin until our husbands are like, they said, what to you? Like, this has happened to me personally. I'm like, oh my God, yeah, that's messed up. Or if you hadn't blamed her for storing papers too close to your eyeballs, a sign that she trusted you, by the way. Good point, Carolyn. Or if you had used the past year to reflect humbly on your own actions instead of saying with breathtaking dismissiveness that she overreacted unnecessarily. Oh, she's using these quotes and like, as I like, we're going to use quotes. I'm going to use quotes to this minor encroachment. Or if you didn't stoop to cheap shots about her trust fund. You've got ornaments, lady. I take no pleasure in siding against a widow with an only child who just wants to celebrate Christmas. She's trolling her with these quotes. But the violins can't mask self-serving excuses. So I'm assigning you homework. Say to a mirror, I want to celebrate Christmas with them. Repeat till it clicks. Then prove it. Admit I've behaved badly. Her email was a gift. Exactly. It was a gift and it was a lot of emotional labor and it was an olive branch. I recommend you accept it because you versus them equals hotel. You versus them equals hotel. You versus them means he will probably start setting more and more boundaries because this woman is triangulating his wife against him. And he's not going to put up with it. He's already like, nope. Well done, couple. Bravo. So, to all of my people out there who may be dealing with a very difficult, and not just a, mother-in-law, but I'm just using this particular example for this story, especially because we are conditioned and pressured to center our in-laws because of men being centered. Of course, we're going to center that family. No. Have hard discussions. Talk about stuff before you go over there. It's probably too late now. It's like the day before Christmas Eve. But like, you can still have a hard conversation. Make some discuss this stuff. Have a little look. Have some secret language you have. Talk about what's okay, what's not. Do work on the forend or whatever. On the front end. Sorry. To prepare yourself and to not put yourself in a position to be harmed. If you have concerned about something, bring it up. Bring it up before you go over there because you're probably going over there, right? Or they're coming to you, but my guess is that a lot of times the man's family gets centered on all the holidays and women are supposed to sacrifice that too. So if you have to deal with a very difficult in-laws, but especially a boy mom who's enmeshed, talk about it. Talk about it before you go. You won't regret it. Best case scenario, you'll be prepared and nothing happens. Worst case scenario, it causes a huge fight between y'all because he is just totally not even aware of how bad it is. Anyway, y'all are a team. Don't let this patriarchy through the in-laws, especially a boy mom, fracture that. Anyway, thanks for listening. Like, comment, share, set notifications so you actually see my work. What else? Please follow my Patreon, even the free level, because it helps you get notifications of all my work. And femfreeze.org, check it out to support me and my fellow creators, and how to tap out of all this crap. And let me know if you heard that comment song. Chestnuts are roasting in a little cute train in Strasbourg. Those things are really good, by the way. This is the comment song about Strasbourg. Petite France. And did you know Petite France was where all the people with the syphilis had to live for a little while? Anyway, this is Unhinged's comment song, Little Dog. If you're new here, this is where I share my random stuff. Another little train with with little chestnuts roasting on an open fire. Oh my God, that's why I started this song. Chestnuts roasting on an open fire. I show random shit in my comments give you time to tap, tap, tap and see random crap. This is my favorite part of every video. Petite France with syphilis and a tunnel I went through. Apparently they threw people off the bridge who raped and murdered their children. I don't know if this is a bridge or not, but anyway. Holiday, Strasbourg, chestnut edition. Chestnuts melting anyway. Petite France, isn't it pretty? Don't you like this comment song? Let me know if you heard the Petite France comment song. This one is so unhinged, y'all. Sorry. Et voilà.